Welcome on this week's ERP session, now with KingTutt. Are you ready?
How is this called?
No. um,
I don't remember it being called the ERP session.
this is the semi Legends orgy.
That
But
sounds about right.
but anyway, how are you doing, Mr. KingTutt?
I'm alright. Yourself?
I'm doing swell. Thank you for asking. Um, First things first, who are you? What would you like to share?
My name is Tut. I'm from Canada. I'm one of the Legends admins. I've been around since basically the start. Me and Jay had met back from another person on vrchat,
Luna?
Luna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember his actual name.
Oh yeah.
But we had met and we kind of connected through there, and then eventually realized that the original group we were with was weird and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do a lot of role play and stuff like that, which is like fine, but just like it was like really just like weird role play if I remember correctly. Like they wanted to go like hard on it,
Oh yeah.
like with like kinky stuff. And yeah, so then we met like a couple other people, and then Cuddly, Jay, and then like a few other people. They all decided to make a group. We all got together. I've been here ever since. There's really not much else to me. Like, I live a pretty boring life. I chill, I game, I eat, I work. That's about it. I'm an old man.
Mm-hmm. Boomer
About
just
it.
like me. Um,
Yeah.
so like your age, where you from?
Ah, I'm 26 years old. I'm from Canada, born in Ontario, but I'm living away from my family now with work. I work in the military, so they just send you wherever. And right now, I'm working out in the East Coast and enjoying it. I guess it's fucking work. Who the fuck likes to work?
Nobody, dude. Nobody. Fuck work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
fuck that shit.
have you ever been outside of Canada, like to the United States or anywhere else?
Yeah, I've been around a bit. I've been to Cuba. Oh,
Stage.
stage. Been to Cuba. I've been to Dominican. I've been to Florida. That's it.
Think you're missing one. Rooster Teeth.
Well, Texas, yeah. I went to Austin, Texas for a
Shout
weekend
out to
to go to
Austin,
the Rooster Teeth
Texas. Let's
convention.
go. Legends meet up.
Legends meet up. No, Austin's like super nice city. I don't know. We only saw like the downtown version of it, so you get kind of like a skewed perspective of like what it's actually like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude,
But
it's
it was pretty
it's grown a
enjoyable.
lot bigger since then. Since probably the last time. There's
Yeah.
just so many buildings and condos that are just popping up downtown. It's starting to turn into like a metropolis. It really is.
Well, because like all the people from California are
Hmm.
leaving California because they're like California's becoming too liberal. I don't like it no more. I'm gonna go to Texas, and then they move to places like fucking
Austin.
Austin,
Hmm.
Texas, which is like a very very liberal place, but they're just like it's Texas,
Well,
guns and
another.
shit, and then your senator is all
Mhm.
about it. And
Oh yeah,
weren't you guys supposed to get oh, who was gonna run for Texas senator?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh my God, if that actually happened, I would
he
have
backed
lost
out.
my
We
mind.
it was
All right,
confirmed.
all
It was
right, all
confirmed.
right.
He backed out. He's like he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I saw that on the news the other day. He's like, maybe next time. It's a lot of work. Like, no, I'm not
Mm,
about that right now.
yeah. But no, like Austin, like it's a very beautiful town, and like you were mentioning, like liberal or people move there because there's no liberals because there's too many liberals in Cali. Actually, on the contrary, a lot of the liberals are
Oh
moving
no,
here
there's a ton
because
of
of how
liberals.
they're moving here because of how expensive it is in Cali, and they want that same vibe and energy and just kind of environment, but just cheaper. So that's why they moved to Austin. All the liberals from
Yeah.
California, because Austin is really like a blue dot in a sea of red when you think of
Oh
like
yeah.
Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then plus you guys got the all the businesses coming down right now too, because they're all leaving California because of all the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And Texas is becoming kind of a tax haven at the moment, so y'all are getting like a bunch of extra businesses and people coming in from that too.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Elon Musk moved here, and he moved his headquarters from Cali to Austin for Tesla. And that I saw the building, dude. It's
Yep.
fucking huge and massive. That's gonna be a lot of new
Mm-hmm.
jobs. Just how much that giant facility can hold. How many people they can actually hire.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
I mean,
when it will all
if
be done and
Austin
go.
if Austin is good enough for like the most richest man in the world, then yeah. Unless it's Jeff Bezos again, I don't know. The chart keeps going back and forth. Like 1 month, it's Jeff is number one. Number two, or next month it'll be fucking Elon is number one for richest man in the world.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure. I would assume that Elon would be pretty up there. He sold a bunch of his stocks recently, and now there's like that talk about the Starship something.
Mm-hmm.
They're like their latest ship that they're working on that might bankrupt them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was a bit of insider bullshit that he was pulling by before releasing the information about bankruptcy possibilities, selling off his stocks. But he did it, so he made a lot of cash at the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like how long have you been playing VR chat? What got you into it? Actually, let's go with what got you into it, and then how long have you been doing it ever since you've made that decision that I want to jump into this degenerate
Uh,
metaverse that is VR.
yeah, yeah. I got interested in VR chat because of YouTubers.
Mhm.
Whoops. I'm trying to think who else I really watched.
It's a funny story. Like,
There's a lot of
I
Whoops at the
didn't know
time, and then
who.
just like a lot of other smaller
Yeah,
ones.
it's a funny story. I didn't know who Whoops was until I started joining off of Nate, Jarko, Mango, when they used to like hang out with them. However, they ended up getting into a lot of these Whoops lobbies. It would be me, Jadakiss Zero, some other people. But yeah, Whoops was there, but I didn't even know who the fuck Whoops was. But I ended up friending like some of Whoops' friends. I remember. I remember Vapor Rain. Uh, I think there might have been like another two dudes or something. But yeah, I was in the same lobbies as Whoops without even knowing this man was a YouTuber or a streamer or anything like that. Funny insight. Good insight.
Yeah.
But it turns out nobody really liked Whoops.
Yeah, like he had a very popular channel, he was kind of popping off. His Twitch was always like pretty popular. And then he stopped doing so much of VR chat, started intermingling a few other games. He got really good at Beat Saber, and then just people just stopped kind of watching him. And now he has like a dedicated fan base to what I know, but he doesn't really stream or create content like he used to, which is like kind of sad. It's always sad to see like the
Mm,
YouTubers or influencers that you used to follow kind of just
kind of just go off the
die.
radar. They just lost motivation to even make any content.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's the same
it
story
is
for
what it is.
me.
But
Same story for me. Like it would be like Josh Dub, it would be Lolathon, it would be No Logic David, Hey I'm B. Those big
mhm.
VR chat YouTubers that got me into the game because the videos and compilations and just
you
they put out was
did you
hilarious.
like No Logic?
Yeah, I liked his dancing. I like that one video he made when he was like
Oh
he had
wait,
his
not No Logic.
avatar,
Logic is good.
not Logic or
Yeah.
not Logic David.
I was gonna say Lolathon. I did not like Lolathon. I don't know.
Yeah, Lolathon made a
Like
lot of
wasn't a big
like
fan of
he
him.
had all these avatars that had like these pranks and stuff, but it was good. It was good reactions.
I just thought that like his first few videos, they were funny, they were good, but then all of a sudden it's just like every video of his is just like trying to scare somebody or making a jump scare. And it's just like it just got really boring for me really quickly.
Hmm. But like the guy I like, not Logic David or no Logic David, he made this amazing video of
Yeah.
like himself real life dancing next to his avatar, and they just went back and
Next
forth
to
like a
his
dance
avatar,
battle. If you
yeah,
remember that video, that was probably like my favorite like video
I
ever
do.
made.
Yeah, he definitely made me want to learn dancing so that I could dance more because like I
Mhm.
don't dance to begin with now, and I can't dance. I'm very white boy when it comes to that shit. So like I've looked up a few YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
practiced a little bit here and there, but just like I can't do none of that.
Like I just improvise.
So I'm very envious of him.
Like I do a lot of improvising when I do my dance moves. Just a lot of shuffling. Just as long as you're not clapping your feet or your tracker so much, you should be fine. A lot
About
of
the only
footwork. A lot
dance
of
moves I
footwork.
can do is the Harlem Shake and the Sick Cat.
Mm. A lot of my
Those are
also
about the only
moves.
two dance moves I could probably pull off.
I did a lot of my dance moves just from like studying like other friends. Watching how I guess Nate dances. For one, I know he does a
Yeah,
good job. And just other people in our friend group. Even Zach taught me how to do some new shuffling. But
yeah.
yeah, just like seeing other like go to clubs and like or like server Discord clubs for VR chat and just see how the dancers do their thing. I know a lot of them do a lot of lap dancing and sexy shit that I can do it, but I just don't want to cause that shit hurts my thighs. They burn so quickly.
Uh,
A lot of squatting,
I
a
could
lot of
do it, but
lunging, a lot of if you ain't got
ladies don't
super
really
strong
want us
thigh,
grinding on them.
the bone.
Yeah, no one wants the bone. A lot of chafing.
You'd be surprised.
I don't know. The ladies, some ladies are attracted to some weird shit. So there's probably a few of them out there, but
Oh yeah.
I'd have to say it's probably the minority.
Let me think of something else. Like what do you usually go in VR chat for? Like what brings you back in after a year or two of using it?
Um, what brings me back to VR chat? I would probably have to say it's just the people. Like, I really only come back for the most part on weekends or if I see someone on specifically that I want to meet and talk to. Other than that, I don't normally come on. To me, VR chat is a lot more of like a social thing. Even if we're not talking, if we're playing a game, if we're watching a movie, just doing that sort of thing, it's like that's
Hmm.
all I use it for. Just the social interaction, even if there's not a lot of social connectivity going on, just like being able to, you know, uh, uh, be next to somebody. Oh, fuck, be next to somebody. That's good enough for me.
um, but you like what games do you actually play in VR chat that you loved? Like in-game VR chat games that are your favorite?
Fuck. I love Boost Jump. Boost
Boost
Jump is
jump.
so fucking fun. Yeah, I just want them to make another map for it.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
it's not that hard. Put out the prefab for it. I'll make another map for it.
Oh shit. Okay. If we can like go around, maybe someone in Legends knows, word of a prefab for that, then yeah, send that shit to Tut's way. Let that man get to
Yep.
cracking.
The surfing maps, like people made the CS:GO surfing maps as well. Those are pretty good. I enjoy those. There's a few weird ones out there, but like for the most part, they're pretty good.
I'm still a big guy.
Um,
I'm still a big fan favorite of the uh murder.
the school shooter one. Oh,
School shooter was fun, but murder is like the first one that like I just always went in nonstop back in 2020. It was like you, me,
mm-hmm.
Karma, uh, who else? Alice, I
We did
guess.
run that a lot.
Mm,
Yeah. Alice,
uh,
Luna.
that was a good time, and I introduced it to new people. I'm like, check out this game. It's pretty simple, fun. You just fuck around and just either you have a gun, you can find the killer, or just shoot everyone. Who cares? It's fun.
When you have a full lobby of like your friends, it is so much fun. Playing with randoms can ruin it sometimes, but like it's I don't know. I enjoy it for sure. It's a good time.
Okay, and then when we first met, we did a game. Technically, it was more of an obstacle. It was the climbing maps, the one in Kenny, right? It
Oh yeah,
was
we
a
did a
Kenny theme one.
lot of climbing maps. Yep. Yep.
And that's how you and me met. That's history right there.
Yeah, no, those climbing maps are great.
And
They are I don't know. They're a lot of fun. They're a bitch sometimes, but
hmm so like now, you've met people, you've joined Discord servers, we made legends together.
mm,
Um, what's your favorite thing about legends? Like, why care about legends after all this time?
uh it's a nice group of people, to hang out with, to play games with, to just like chat. Everyone is, you know, super friendly and super open. Bit too much so sometimes, where I feel like people say shit that like you normally wouldn't say, but
Yeah.
as long as you're comfortable.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just a good group of people. Everyone plays the same games for the most part. Everyone hangs out and does the same thing. Like it's nice to be able to know that you can hop on a Discord, hop on a voice call by yourself, and
Yeah.
then like 20 to 30 minutes later, you're guaranteed to have at least 1 to 2 other people join you and join
Yeah.
in on whatever you're doing. If
Yeah,
not, play a game and just talk with you.
that's my strategy too. Like, if I'm just there chilling, if you're there chilling, it'll track people. It'll track the regulars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know I talked to Nate the other day, and he was like, I don't really like going in by myself. If someone's there already, I'll just join off them. That's just his thing. So it's nice to see,
Yeah.
different perspectives on like, why do it or why not, because it sucks to be in there for, long amounts of time and, no one shows up for God knows how long you have to wait.
Yeah. There's a lot of times where there will be a big group of people chatting, doing their own thing in a voice call, and I will go into my own.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't want to talk to those people, but because when it's like, 10, 12 people in a voice call together,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
my thing
way too
too.
much for
It's
me.
just, it's
And
just,
I just like,
it's
I'm
like
just like so much to take in.
sometimes it's like there's just a lot of just noises and sounds and just over talking, overlapping each other, and then so other times, like I guess earlier, it's just pretty tame and calm. It's really different. It's weird. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
like hectic and chaotic. Other times it's just chill and simple. Not making me want to pull
Oh,
my
that's for
hair
sure.
out.
Because like the other day when me and Taz were in a channel sitting and chatting together, it was just me and him. I joined, then he came in, and we chatted for like 10, 15 minutes probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started watching a video. He was doing his own thing, and then we just like sat there for like an hour without like basically saying a word to each other.
But y'all watched the video,
It's like like
or you just watched the video
well,
when he
I
was just
watched
there?
mine. He
Okay,
was doing something. Yeah, I'm just like, well, this is nice. I'm like, you don't have to say anything. Just like hang out with the
it's
homies.
just nice company, I guess. It's
Not like you gotta
comfortable.
kiss each other to have a fucking
Mm-hmm.
relationship, right?
Yeah. Damn nice bones. Rattle me bones.
Rattle me bones.
So that's
Spin the
another
wheel.
segment I can like go into. Why the skeleton bone avatars and not the typical other e-boy e-man avatars that you main the most?
I have no idea. I found I was looking for avatars online, like free ones, and
Mm-hmm.
I found a skeleton avatar, the smoking podhead,
Yeah.
and he was a free, so I uploaded him to my Unity. I used him, and he was like my main avatar. And then from then on, people were always just like, "Oh, it's you. You're like the skeleton guy and shit like that." So I'm like, "Oh well, people know me as a skeleton guy now. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I'm the skeleton guy." So I went around to try and find some like other cool skeleton avatars. I tried to find like a couple good skeleton files too, like just like straight blank ones that I could make into my own avatars and just put
Mm-hmm.
on own props and add sound effects and all that. But I haven't really looked in a long time. But when I was looking, I wasn't able to find a good one because like with the smoking pot one, that one works, but you can't get rid of the pot. You can get rid of the blunt, but just
Mm-hmm.
not the pot. The pot's like fused to the head, so you get rid
Yeah.
of the pot, you get rid of like the head as well. So it just doesn't really work out. So like I've been on a hunt to try and find one. I tried to make one, but that
Mm-hmm.
didn't pan out. I'm
Yeah.
not good at Blender, especially bones. Bones are just like difficult. So many just like different like bits to come off, and like I looked at like an anatomy poster for like 2 days straight trying to figure out where to start. Couldn't do it.
I remember this
Yeah,
avatar I
but that's
had.
why
Yeah.
because pothead.
Pothead. Yeah, pothead. You are pothead. You are Skelly Boy, right? That's what you
Mm-hmm.
call yourself.
Yep, I'm the Skelly Boy. I'm Bone Daddy.
You've
I have many names.
Mm-hmm. Tut slut. Slut daddy. Boomer.
Dark chocolate. Mountain
Who
lion.
who calls you dark chocolate mountain lion?
Well, separate names: dark chocolate, mountain lion, thunder axe. It's just names people call me.
Are you capping?
No,
No, these are
some
actually.
people call me Tiffany.
You're not bullshitting.
It's a reference to something. If
Is it a
if
white
anyone
people
gets the
movie?
reference, if anyone's
Is this a white man movie?
no, it's an anime. It's an anime parody. In like the
Oh,
second episode, there's a black man, and he says all these names, and he's just like, these are the things they call me,
is it a
but you
bridge
can call me
series?
Tiffany. Is
I've only watched Dragon Ball abridged. That's the only one. I don't know any others.
I love a bridge
Yeah.
series so much. They're so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dragon Ball was like my jam. That was my shit. That shit was hilarious. I love the dude who voiced Cell so much.
I loved Nappa,
Even the
but
abridged
that's just
movies
because
too.
Nappa's a crazy,
Even the
dumb
abridged
word.
movies, like I
Hmm.
like the I, there's a I think a Christmas themed one where whoever the red villain was, they made that one a Christmas episode movie theme. That shit was hilarious.
Hmm.
That one, all the ones that have cooler in it, can't go wrong. Even the Broly, the dude who voiced Broly in the bridge with the oh, I can't hear you up there, I can't hear you down there. Oh. I'm like, I don't know if you remember which one I'm talking about. He had like this fucking silly voice,
Yeah.
like a bratty teen. It was hilarious. In
Yeah,
Legends,
no, Bridges always got it right.
yeah, in the Legend server, is there anyone that stands out to you the most that you like? Like, oh, they're hanging out in VC. They want a game, you know. Anyone stick out? That like,
That I that I like
well,
that
like
I
you know,
like
like
the
that
most,
you
or that
enjoy.
like I'm willing to play games with.
Just that you just enjoy that they're as soon as they show up in VC or they hit you up, it's like, okay, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Is that a hard question? Did I stump you with that one? You don't want to like make
I,
enemies?
no, I think the answer is just no.
No,
I don't think there is anyone.
really.
Like, if people send me a message and they're like, "Hey, want to play games?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's play games." But like, I don't like. There's like no one where I'm just like,
So
"Oh
you,
boy, oh boy,
oh,
they
so you like,
messaged me.
so you
Let's
like,
play games."
you don't have like no favorites?
Yeah, no, I don't probably have favorites. Like, I guess if I had to pick someone, it'd be the person who does it the most, which is Ducky. She's like,
Hmm.
she's the one who messaged me the most to play games. But like, if anyone messaged me, if someone's like, "Hey, let's play Hunt. Hey, let's play Minecraft. Like, you wanna play some Battlefield?" And it's just like, I'm like, anyone asks me, I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, let's play."
So everyone is equally loved to you then.
Yes, they are all
Okay.
equally
Now,
loves.
I've asked this question to both Nate and Jade in the last episodes. Who do you think from the very beginning, since you were there with me in the very beginning, who's changed the most and who's been, you know, consistent? Who hasn't changed after all this time?
Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Who has changed the most will be an easier question to answer. I think for who has changed the most would probably have to be. Uh,
You said this was the easy one. You sure about that?
yeah, they're both hard though. That's the thing. But this is the easier of the two difficult questions. Who's changed the most? I want to say. Oh.
It could
Let's.
be it
Okay.
could be the same answers that, you know, I might have given, Nate might have given, because we both gave logical, you know, reasonable
Yeah.
explanations. Unless you're thinking of, if you're trying to
See,
think of someone that hasn't
like
been said.
I want to say Jade, but at the same time I don't.
Hmm.
Because yes, Jade has changed a lot and his personality is like a bit different from what it might have been in the past. But I feel like what we're seeing with Jade now is like the true Jade. And like maybe before he just like, wasn't warmed up to us or wasn't as comfortable, and now he's like more kind of into the groove of things, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
more willing to kind of break out of his like, shell or comfort zone, whatever you want to phrase it as.
Okay.
So like Jade is the easy answer, but I don't know if it's the right answer.
It makes perfect sense to me.
All right, we'll go for Jade because I'm going to spend too much time thinking about it. And then for who stayed the same, who stayed the same? See, I want to say Dell, but Dell is changing.
Oh yeah,
Dell is slowly changing.
like I want to say Dell, has it's a lot of people are gonna give me a lot of shit because it's Dell, but when he's in call with me or just hanging out, chilling, he's calm, tame, relaxed, and just laid back. But the moment when either I guess
Oh yeah, no.
Nate joins, Zach joins, I don't know who else joins, Tom maybe, like there's people that man will just go back to his old ways instantly, just like a snap
You
trigger.
mix him with certain people,
Hmm.
and he kind of goes crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my one cousin. So my cousin Adam, we had another cousin, Noah, and so basically when Adam and Noah were together, they would do the most stupid shit. So separately they were fine, but together they were a fucking menace.
Mm.
So you're sitting there. Adams comes up, he sits next to you. He's like, I don't know. When he used to do it, he was probably like he was probably around 13 years old, something like that. He would come down, sit next to you. I'm like, "How's your day?" And he's like, "Good." And like, "What you doing in school and all this stuff?" And then he'd be like, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and then he'd leave. Noah shows up finally, and then they start talking, and then all of a sudden you're standing there talking with your aunt, and you're just like, "Oh yeah, eating some finger food." Next thing you know, the two of them come up and fucking bag you and run away.
Oh
And
wow.
it's just like what the hell? Is the minute you put the two of them together, they just became complete assholes. But like separately, they were like both fine. It was the same with Dell.
Mm. It's a pretty interesting
Uh, yeah.
how you
So
how you
people who
piece
stay the
that
same,
together. How you
yeah. So people
you
who stay
dug
the
really
same. I'm
deep.
gonna say I'll say Dell for ease of convenience,
Mm.
because I'll probably think on it way too much again. But Dell stayed the same for the most part. He was always quiet in the past, I think, as well. It's just you mix him with certain people,
Yeah,
and
that's
all
what
of a
I'm
sudden
saying.
he just
Yeah.
goes crazy. I feel like he's tamer overall now, though, because like I feel like he's afraid he's gonna get kicked out, so he's trying to calm down a little
Again and
bit.
then again and then again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's not that we hate him,
Oh
but it's
well.
it's it's very it's just us disciplining, one of our young dumb
Yeah,
little
it's
brothers
like
of the
when
group.
the dog pisses on the rug,
Hmm.
you rub its nose in it and you put it outside or something like that.
Pretty much, yeah. I also got disciplined Gibbles too.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you noticed or seen
because he
why?
says like a racism.
Oh no, not that. He just be him and Dale just be shit talking in like general or places that don't need that or
Oh,
belong in
yeah.
there. That's why. And it
Yeah,
just
because
sets
they
off
have a
it sets off
channel
this
for it, and I'm
it
always
sets off this, this toxic, like mood, and no one's gonna wanna like talk or even, message in those channels. That's why.
yeah,
Like people see that, they're just gonna
yeah,
automatically tune off and probably not come back, and we just lose some of our good, better regulars for
yeah.
a moment,
I
I
feel like
guess.
there's every once in a while those like little things happen, even if it's not between the two of them, just like in like a channel, someone will post something, someone will say something, and then someone who has
Like little stupid shit
their
just gets
opinion on it
escalated,
might not, yeah,
And that's like one of our rules too. Like just
might
agree
not
to
have any
disagree.
base. They just like start fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all just gotta learn
people
how to
just
like agree to disagree. Please. It ain't
see
that
you and
real.
me.
Ain't that
We're
serious,
adults. We're
Chief.
old men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you and me. We're old men. We're adults. Like we understand this stuff.
Yeah.
But the rest of these kids, they see the internet as like a method to the madness. They're just willing to just say whatever they want because they can,
Mm. I think it's because like for
and
me,
there's just like no
even though
consequence.
I did grow up in like the internet, era of, social media that we live in 2010s moving forward, I never really got into a social media group at all, kind of like Discord is. So I started my whole, shit back in 2020 when it was just COVID, and all you had was just, people on the internet to just interact with, because there really was no interaction after, March,
Yeah.
when it was just quarantine time. So it's like that. I kind of like, I've always been, either to myself or just hanging out with friends IRL or just messaging them and shit, but like never been into like a actual internet group with where it's like mostly constant shit posting and stuff. I'm not used to that environment, but I kind
Yeah.
of adapted well. So of course it's gonna be simple for me to like act accordingly and shit. Like well behaved. I'm 26. I'm gonna act my fucking age. Even if I was 19 or 20, I still be just the same person that interacts the same, and not
Yeah.
being just what they are most of the time.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, yeah. I don't really
Yeah.
what's the
No, we
word?
definitely
I'm
have. We have a. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say like I wish I could like talk like you and Nate. You guys like articulate yourself so well. I wish I had that. I'm kind of retarded when it comes to talking because I don't know a lot of cool big words.
Yeah.
But I be learning. I be trying to explain even when my explanation is like dumb. It's just dumb brain, not smart brain at all, or smooth brain.
Yeah.
So I do wish
And
I
that's
had that
like
talent.
you
I
can't
wish I had that you
force
guys
it.
have.
Yeah. I don't and like I
Hmm.
don't even know if it's that much of a talent, honestly. I feel that
It's
from
definitely
like a
an
young
impressive
age, I
skill.
would like
Hmm.
I would see words in like a book or something like that that I didn't understand, and then you go and you look it up, and then you're just like, oh, maybe I'll remember that, maybe I won't. Like the other day, I was watching anime, and there was a word that came up, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Hmm.
Forlorn.
Forlorn.
It's just like, what the hell? So like you go, you look it up, and it means like uh to be destructive or like left behind kind of thing, or like having sadness due to being left behind or forgotten. And it's just like, who the fuck thinks of these words?
Yeah.
And like, the only reason I remember them is because they're just so weird and outlandish. And then you just eventually, one day you'll work it into a sentence.
Nate recently taught
Just
me
cram as
a new
much
word
knowledge
that
into your
actually
head, and
pretty
eventually, bam, bam,
describes me
bam.
pretty good. He taught me the word stoic.
Yeah.
Stoic.
Stoic. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember you guys talking about
Mm.
that.
Yeah, and I was like, as soon as I
Steadfast in nature and
yeah, as soon as I
headstrong.
looked up the definition, I was like, yeah, that makes sense for me. It totally does. Right? You're just
Yeah,
looking at me
I
with
could see
those
it.
cold dead
You have a
eyes.
pretty my cold dead eyes, daggers to the soul. No, like whenever you put your webcam on, for sure. I feel like when you have like the plain, no face, no facial expression, you have a very stoic face. Very,
Hmm.
very solid, no emotion, very
Oh,
just
I'm
kind
very
of
emotional. I've proven that 1,000 times. Everyone
to the
knows.
point. Oh yeah, and
You've
everyone gets emotional.
mhm.
Just.
It's just I do my best to thug it out. Life is hard, but titties are softer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, a lot of people have it a bit easier. Like
Mm.
like that's one thing for you. Like you are pretty good at like articulating your feelings, whereas for me, I don't articulate my feelings. Like if something's
Mm.
bothering me, I might sound a bit off. I might sound like a little bit different, and that's like really my only tell. That or I don't talk to anyone for like a couple of days. And then after that's done, and it's just like, all right, it's over. It's said and done. Like one time I got robbed,
Oh God.
and it was just like, fuck. I'm like, that really fucking sucks. It's
Hmm.
like, well, nothing you can do about it now. Pass it to pass. And I'm not gonna call the cops. What the fuck are they gonna do? Take a statement and dust for prints? I'm like, it's a fucking like college neighborhood. They don't care. So it like that kind of mentality I've had for a long time in my life, mainly because of my father, I'd have to say, but
Hmm.
like because of him, I don't show emotion that well. Like I'm just like, it happened, it happened. Like get over it. No one else has to deal with it, kind of thing. But like that's one thing, like I said earlier, that I envy about you. You're
Hmm.
able to articulate your feelings. You're able to talk about them, express them to people, and that's like way, more of a healthy thing to do.
Oh, well, I appreciate that too. Yeah, thank you, man. Like, I'm glad I have you to like just like reach out to, and so many other good people in our server. You guys are the MVP
Yeah,
of
everyone's very
through all
kind.
that.
Wow.
Mwah,
Wow.
mwah. Ram Ranch. We love to fuck
Ram
our cowboys.
Ranch. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
one of our cowboys is
Asses
down,
chaps every day.
you just gotta fuck them and show them that you love them.
Yeah. You just gotta get that, the stiffy. It's a bit sad. You just gotta right back up.
Do you like my Kaneki sweater that Chicky helped
Yeah, I
make?
noticed that you made that. I'm just like,
Oh, I didn't
I'm
make
just
it.
like,
That was
going
Chicky. Yeah,
back to
yeah.
the roots.
I think you were there, right, when she was editing it.
I might have been. I might not have been watching the stream
Oh,
though.
well, yeah. This is well, that's like the other question. Like, what's your favorite animes?
Fuck. Well, I'm a very slice of life romance kind of guy when it comes to anime.
So High
Well,
School
just any
DxD.
show really in
So High
general.
School DxD.
I enjoy seasons 1 and 2,
And then
3,
the moment they changed the art
and then
style.
the newest one I haven't watched. I don't like the art style. Can't watch it.
There's a lot of bumping and grinding, so it's still worth it, even if it's not the cute
But
style that we're used
that
to.
that part of the show I don't like.
Why?
Like when shows get like super etchy and they're just like, oh my boobies,
But
I
that's the best
love
part.
you,
That's why. That's the
like
reason why it
that kind of
exists.
thing. I
Isn't
know,
that
but
isn't
like I
that an
hate it. I
all?
skip those scenes.
Okay, is it because of the nudity or any? Doesn't matter if it has nudity in it. There's like
It
giant
doesn't matter if it has
baba boo
nudity.
boos just showing out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just like it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it correctly. I don't know if it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know what I don't like about it. I just don't. I just don't like it. If you're gonna do it, just make it a porno. Like, fuck off.
Like redo of Healer. You know that one?
Yes,
Hmm.
I have heard of that one.
It's not a porno,
I've
but
actually.
it's
There's been.
it's borderline. It's borderline, but it's a
I
series, and it's banned. It's banned in like
I have
Funimation,
seen.
Crunchyroll. You can only look it up in like the USA, like Canada, United States, Mexico. You can only look it up on Pornhub. If it's not Pornhub, I
Yeah,
think it's also on
like
Hentai Heaven or Hentai hanime.com or whatever. Hanime. You have to look up at
Mhm.
hentai websites just to watch all 12 episodes, because that shit is banned on like Funimation and Crunchyroll.
There has been a ton of pictures of that show and like people making memes out of it popping up recently. Because I'm just like, I kept seeing a bunch of pictures and people making like YouTube shit posts with it. And I'm like, what fucking show is this? I'm like, this
Hmm.
is so weird. It's like I took a screen cap of it, posted it into Google. Google's like, oh, that's like redo of a healer. And then I Google redo of a healer. And I'm like, oh, that's what the people were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen
I
it
doubt I
either.
will
I've
ever
seen
see it.
one episode, but I stopped because I didn't feel like waiting for the next one to come out, then to come out. But now they're all there,
Yeah.
so maybe one of these days I'll venture in back to it to see if it's worth the hype
Or watch
or if
Boku
I'll
no
get more.
Pico.
Jadakiss does. Zero does.
Jadakiss has watched
Nate
Boku no Pico.
does. Tom does. I don't.
They've seen it. You haven't seen it?
No, I stop. Just shut up.
No, I'm not gonna tell you to watch it. It's fucking.
I
It's no.
I know. I
It's
know.
terrible. I
Fucking
feel like that's like one show that like everyone gets their like tries to get their friend who's new into anime to watch because that's what happened with me. One of my buddies, he's just like, "Hey, you're into anime, right?" I'm just like, "Yeah." Like I just started watching anime. He's like, "Man, you should watch Boku no Pico." He's like, "I'll watch it with you," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure." So he comes over to my place and he's
Mhm.
just like types it in. He's like searches it up, hits play. I think like like we were watching it. And I'm just like this is like a weird show. And he's just like, oh no, it gets better. You just gotta like get through like the first episode. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, I get that. Episode or two, whatever you gotta get through. I think it's like 14 minutes into the first episode is like where the ice cream scene happens.
Oh.
And like I got 10, 15 seconds into the ice cream scene. In just I'm like nope fucking turn it off, clear my browser history. I'm just like get that shit out of here. That is fucked up. That's nasty.
Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. The moment I read the
Yeah,
memes and shit, I just stood away.
There's some good memes about it though. There's
Yeah,
some
I
real
like the
funny
memes.
memes.
I love the memes. I like sharing to people who get the references of that fucking the context of that show. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch that show ever.
Yeah, I think it's only like 3 episodes long. You pound that through pretty quick.
Fuck that. Hell no.
I got better things to do.
I do like redo of Healer.
Redo of Healer,
Speaking
Masturbate,
of
just like
yeah,
anything else.
speaking of like things shows that get memed a lot that just make it popular. Have you seen Squid Game yet?
I've seen part of Squid Game. I started watching it with Sophie,
Oh.
and I think I got like 5 episodes in, and then I'm just like, I just don't care anymore.
It's a good show, dude. It has like an amazing like the last 3 4 episodes. Call it like the third act of the series. I fucking love it.
Hmm.
I love the games. I love how fucking
I have a
crazy shit goes. How shit
yeah,
hits the
the
fan.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, the games are pretty cool. I don't know. I have a
that's
really
just a
bad
unique
problem with
concept.
that.
It's a
Starting a
unique
show and not finishing
idea.
it.
It's a very unique
Have
idea,
you ever
and I
seen the
can't
anime
wait.
Toradora?
I have, yeah.
Toradoro?
I have. Yep.
Toradora?
Yep.
Something
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
It took me a year and a half to watch the last episode,
Why?
just because I just didn't want to finish it. I just lost interest.
Oh, okay.
And there's like five or like there's probably more than 5 or 6, but like 5 or 6 I can think of off the top of my head where it's just like the last like 2 or 3 episodes I could not watch, just didn't want to, lost interest in the show, and then eventually I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and finish all those animes I never finished.
I think
Wasn't worth it.
the most favorite anime I've watched, but I just haven't gone back to the new seasons because I just lost interest. They didn't look as fun or it reminded me of like the original like first 2 seasons that got me into it, and it's Sword Art Online.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That whole shit when they introduce
Sword Art
Alice and
Online is
they
pretty
get
banging.
into I forgot what that season was called, honestly. Yeah,
Alicization?
something like that. Yeah, this is just not it. This is not Sword Art no more. This sucks. So I stopped, and I'm probably not gonna go back.
The first arc of the season, pretty good. The
Mhm.
second arc of the season, most people prefer that better. Or, sorry, the
Mhm.
first arc of like Alicization, I thought was pretty good. The first arc, most people didn't like. The second arc, I didn't like, but most people did like of that third season of Alicization.
But that's just like an example I was
Because
giving.
the
Like
big
I
battles
just
and fighting and all
yeah,
that.
that's just my example or like the last or latest one. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go back to this. Even if years went by,
Yeah.
this is not the Sword Art that I fell in love with. It just this direction is just not itchy for me.
Yeah, sort of starting to lose its charm. Every once
Mm,
in a while, I go back and I'll rewatch like the first season and be like, the good days, the days
mm-hmm.
where I wished I could be in a virtual world like this.
Okay. So yeah, anime. Yeah, like I think you already know what my number one favorite is. I think everyone does.
Nekopara?
That's a novel game, dude.
Yeah, it's also as an anime.
That's right, I did have an anime. I've never seen it yet. Nate told me it sucked, so I
That's
didn't watch
disappointing.
it. Nate told me it was trash and it's not as fun
I,
as the game, so don't even bother. It won't satisfy
I
you like the
figured
games
like
did.
6 time speed.
Yeah,
I figured 6 times Speed Coomer would have watched it.
there ain't no, there ain't, ain't no itty bitty kitty
Oh
titty.
wait, aren't they also making a new like expansion or chapter? I don't know how the game works.
I
But
haven't heard anything yet.
a advert. I saw an advert online of 2 new girls for the show. The one's got like a camera. She's got like kind of shorter hair, and the other one's like this like I can't remember what the other one looks like, but she was like they're both wearing the maid outfits, and like all the other girls were in the background, and like I figured those are like the 2 new girls coming in like the next like installment chapter, however they release the game.
I never heard of that. I guess I have to look into it and look it up to see, if a new game is indeed, and then I can like claim my title as being the 7-time Nikapara Speedcoomer.
The 7 time
Yeah,
Speed Coom.
but yeah, I've never seen the anime, and from what I told, not even worth it. It will not give you the satisfaction and the
I don't know what
culture.
your favorite
It will not
anime
give you
is
the
then.
culture that the games provide. Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan. I like Jujutsu Kaisen. Um, Demon Slayer.
Kaisen's good.
I
Yep.
like Demon Slayer. Yeah,
Demon Slayer's pretty good. Yep.
those are probably like my favorite newer ones that came out. Probably like OGs that I love to watch. I grew up watching Dragon Ball, Naruto, and some of One Piece, but I'm not like a big fan of One Piece. I prefer Dragon Ball, and Naruto. There's
Yeah.
a like hidden gem animes that I've seen that like a lot of people probably don't know about. There's Elven Lied. There's um
hmm
let me think. I think Hellsing Ultimate is another good one I love because it's just like it's kind of like the
Oh my
same concept
fucking
of
god.
it's the same concept as Hellboy, but instead it's like a secret organization but with a vampire instead of a demon boy. So I thought that was cool. I do like Hellsing
The
Ultimate.
ab- the abridged for that is so
Of
fucking
course,
good.
of course, you've seen the abridged, but not the original. Of course.
I've seen the original because I was like my buddy was like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, fucking hell. I'm like, fine, I'll fucking watch it. So one day I did, but the abridged is so fucking good. Like, if you don't watch, like, I could give two shits if you watch the actual show. I will always recommend that abridged to everyone. The
Okay.
writing is fucking amazing. The voice work is perfect. The sequencing, like, it's nice and long. The only shitty part about that was they took a year to make each episode, and each episode was like 20 minutes. So it took them like, I think they made 7 episodes, so 7 years to complete this abridged series.
Okay.
Mind blowing, but it's so good. I like.
Giving free free advertising for these abridged series, like just like camera guys, watch these abridged series, please. You will not be disappointed.
Watch the abridged. Do it now. Watch it. No, freaking I will. Oh my, I should host a watch party for that shit. Even though like to watch like that entire Hellsinger Bridge, it's like a 2 maybe 3 hour of like thing. Like I'll do it. A heartbeat.
I want to do a another Christmas movie, and now that you're back, you can participate because you missed out on the Halloween movies we did in VC.
Yeah, I was actually looking into Christmas movies
Like
to
I'll probably
do
I
because I was
think
thinking about the same
I would
thing,
think
doing a
Grinch.
watch party.
I think Grinch would be a fun one. That's just
Would you do
hilarious.
the live action, or would
Live
you want to
action,
do the
live
new
action,
animated one that
live
came out
action.
like 2 years ago?
I would do live action.
Yeah.
I know I've never seen the newer live. I mean the animated one, but Jim Carrey, you can't skip Jim Carrey.
The new animated one's pretty good. It's not anything like super crazy, but like I don't know. I enjoyed the art style. I enjoyed like the way they did it. But the live action, it's always gonna have a special place like in my heart. So
Oh
I'd
yeah.
always be down to watch that.
Oh, also, I liked Erased because it's like my favorite like mystery like crime anime. It's like a short, just
hmm
one series thing. So that's a fun one to watch. That
Yep.
one and uh Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon is my shit.
Black Lagoon was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are just like, just also Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I also like that one. Those are just, a couple of like,
hmm
top favorite J animes, certified anime J's.
hmm
But the story in Tokyo Ghoul
What
and in the manga will always be special to me because that's just a fucking perfect manga in my opinion. The show might not do it justice, but hey,
I've
it does good enough for me.
I've never finished the show.
I like the
One of the ones I haven't finished.
yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not a big fan of the first part of the third season, but the second half of the third season when the man becomes actual king, leads members of like the original coffee shop on Teku, the some members from Aguri Tree, some of the CG members. Like that was just an amazing arc overall when this man became like leader, king, uh, just the symbol of hope for trying to create peace for like humans and ghouls together, because that was the whole point.
Yeah.
And that's
I feel like that's
that's me.
probably not going well for him.
It wasn't, because that whole show and like the whole theme of that manga is just tragedy. So the manga that
Yeah.
was always like, it always ended up like, man, this dude's about to get fucked again and again and again and again.
Really had a hard life, and all he wanted to do was get his dick wet.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah,
Man,
I think the first
folly of
season,
man.
the first season of Tokyo Ghoul is also like one of the best seasons ever, and it has one of the best soundtracks or
Yeah.
opening songs ever. It's iconic. People just sing
Tokyo
along to
Ghoul
it.
Opening and closings are both good.
Oh yeah. Certified Hood Classic.
Certified Hood Classic.
Hell yeah.
Are we allowed to do that to like a non-Hood song? Are you allowed
Yeah.
to certify Hood Classic?
I've made I did MTC Serial a Certified Hood Classic. Masturbate to cartoons. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already know. That was my favorite Beat Saber song to play too. It's a Certified
Yeah,
Hood
I just
song.
updated that as well, so I'm probably gonna play that tonight. I updated a ton of games. It's so nice having good internet again. Like honestly,
I was
being able to update like almost all my games I like to play.
I was asking this earlier with Chicky to see if she has any insight, so I don't know if you do, because she said probably not. Is the multiplayer still broken for a system mod?
I haven't looked since I last checked like 3 months ago.
Okay.
But if I had to guess, yes.
Okay, yeah. That's such a fucking bummer, dude.
Because they have posted like no updates on that thing since like July, I think. Like it's been broken for a long time. Because they said that Beat Saber updated something with its code, and that completely broke the mod, so they had to restart it from scratch. And it's just like a couple people doing it, so it's kind of in their spare time, and to remake an entire mod like that, I can only imagine the amount of work they have to go through.
Okay, that's another good question I can ask. Like, besides VRChat and obviously Beat Saber, any other favorite VR games you like to play or enjoyed?
That I've played, yeah, there's quite a few. That I've enjoyed, I could take it or leave it. One game I do want to get when Christmas sale rolls around is VR Cooking Simulator.
Oh, really?
I like that one where like you do all that stuff. I want to do that. I think it would just be like a good, just like mind-numbing game. Like I'm bored, I want to get up and move around, but like I don't want to fucking swing my arms and like a maniac, or I don't want to go stand in a room and literally do nothing. I can just like go and just like chop some things, walk over here, go put it in the pot, cook it up.
Cook it in a crock pot.
I don't know.
Cooking
I
dope
feel
up
like
in
it
a
might
crock
be
pot.
fun. Yeah. I don't know the rest of the song.
Yeah. Hapata. Hapatata. Hapapa. Hapatapa. There you go. So like out of all the events that we've had for Legends, which one was your favorite or favorites?
Favorite event.
It could be you could have multiple, answers. There's a lot of, events we've had past year.
Yeah. I would probably have to say my favorite event was see, like I want to say the prom. The prom was pretty scuffed.
Which part was scuffed?
Just like with like not a lot of people showing up.
I think there's a lot of people.
And
I mean, if you look at
just,
the
like,
if you look at the
and
group photo, that's a
and
lot.
the drama that
Okay,
happens.
yeah, that was honestly funny though. Okay, C-Ragger, Nate, Chicky, they made that shit bearable and enjoyable. I think they loved it more than they were like hating or like felt like the vibe was killed. Nope.
Yeah.
They made it good. I don't know. It was probably awkward for you when she had to like approach you and talk about stuff. She blocked me just because I sided with, Chicky and Nate. Like, she tried to like ruin a friendship, a 5-year one, and I had to like repair it. So that was like fucked. That was like fucked up. Why would you do that? I don't have respect for you. You try to hurt my friends like that and lie.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that.
I don't know. She started talking to me. She was trying to like tell me her case, and I'm just like, hey, I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know your side. I don't know their side. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't need to know. Like that's between you guys. And she's just like, well, like you're an admin. Like you should talk to them and like do something. I'm like, well, I don't like. I'm just like, do you like? I'm like, what do you want out of this? Like, do you want a resolution? And she just was like kind of like coy about it, like, well, like So I'm just like, well, you don't obviously want to talk to them again. I'm like, so why would it matter? Then at that point, she kind of was like getting a bit huffy puffy, and then she just walked away.
Mm-hmm. And she has like the other two
And she
admins
was telling,
blocked. Like you want us to
yeah,
do
and
something
she was
about it, but
telling
you
me
have us
like,
blocked. Well, she probably unblocked Nate for like a little bit, but she never unblocked me. But I didn't even want it. I didn't want to be unblocked. I didn't even want to ask. So.
well, she like the only conversation I ever really had with her was once or twice in Discord, and I helped her set up her Beat Saber mods.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, not really any conversation with her. And then when the prom rolled around and that whole, debacle was going down, she was like, "Oh, I thought you were different. I didn't think you were like this. I thought, you were a good person." I'm just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It just made me laugh.
She's just a fucking crazy, fucking retarded, childish bitch, dude. That's it. Not our problem no more. Someone else's
To
problem.
each their own. If you want to burn bridges, you burn bridges. Like it's no skin off my back.
Yeah. But besides that moment, like just the beginning, there was like some fun moments, right? I'm pretty sure you and Sophie had a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. I had fun with Sophie when I could see her. Uh,
Oh, that was
like,
right. You guys
no,
had that
Sophie's really
glitch. You
cool.
guys had that glitch. You couldn't see each other. I remember. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that was rough. I don't know. Sophie's I like Sophie. Sophie's great. She's fun. She plays the same games as me. She has a
Hmm.
good sense of humor.
Oh yeah, Sophie's a
Like she's
sweetheart.
super
Shout out
fun
to
to hang out
Sophie.
with.
We love you, Sophie. Shout out to you.
We love Sophie.
Hmm. But
But yeah,
yeah,
no, it was a good night. And
prom would
then
be. I would put prom as
I don't
like
know.
number two. It was an important, fun night for me as well, for both me and Chicky. So we and just hanging out with everyone else. We just had a fun time dancing and
What are you
drinking.
putting as What are you putting as number one?
It's not an official event, but it was like my birthday hangout, just that whole night from beginning to end.
Hmm.
I know you missed it out, but like I recorded enough clips and stuff. I might even make a compilation and just upload it. But there was like a lot of cool moments that we had. A lot of dancing, lap dances. Um, uh,
Hmm.
the lap dances, the me telling all these nuts jokes and getting fucking Chicky and Jade back to back like a boss.
Yeah.
And even in the birthday song that they sang for me, that was like super special. And that was recorded too. I mean,
Hmm.
I didn't upload it to like the server. I put it on the Instagram account because I wanted like
Yeah.
my message to be important and special. So that, even at the after party, just having a whole night just to hang out with Chicky and even be closer to with Drukkies, because like everyone else pretty much dipped or went to bed early. Zach, Jade, Nate, um, Lettuce, Miu. I know she left and joined. And anyone else who was there, but like Chicky and Drukkies, like they like chilled with me the whole entire night until it was like 5 a.m. All my index hands are dead. Time to go to bed. That was really thoughtful of them.
Well, you did do it on a weeknight, so
It
most
was a
people
weeknight
probably had
too.
shit to do.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't expect it to like stay up all damn night long with everyone, but the ones who did just choose to ride or die with me that night, thank you so much for not ending the party so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am grateful for everyone. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. Like anything you have for me maybe? Any questions that haven't gotten asked yet in like previous episodes, interviews?
Uh, what do you think of fuck, what's his name? Jack Dorsey. What do you think of Jack Dorsey leaving Twitter? Hmm.
good because I don't really care.
All right.
I don't know anything about Jack Dorsey, but oh, I still use
He made
Twitter.
Twitter. He's a crazy guy. Yeah, he's all right. I don't know
Is he
really
alright,
too
or is
much
he
about
like
him.
another douchey billionaire like Mark Zuckerberg?
No,
No.
he's a good guy.
Okay.
He also made Cash App, or the what? Yeah, Cash App.
Oh, he's a homie then. I love Cash App. Cash
Yeah.
App me trap boner.
He like reinvented. He basically reinvented the way money transfers work. Like no one's done shit to money transfers since the credit card was made. And then Jack Dorsey, he went and formed this company called Square. No, what was it called? Yeah, it's called Square. They just changed the name to Cube. And now
Okay.
it's like all these other things combined into one thing. But he like reinvented fucking the way money transfers work and like came in, swooped in with fucking Cash App, made fucking bank with that shit. You gotta appreciate the hustle.
Okay. I'm glad I got you put me on that game now. I now know Jack Dorsey, and there you go, going through the chair like a legend you are.
Yeah, there we go.
Hip go burr.
Yeah, hip go burr every once in a while. You know how to do.
Okay, from the beginning of Legends, when it was made back in like April, to how it blew up in the summer of June, to now how it is even more bigger. Is there anyone that you missed that doesn't show up or hang out or left the server?
That I miss.
Yeah,
Uh,
like they just either in the server or they don't like show around or show up no more. They left from like a year ago, months ago. That you like think
uh,
about
I guess Hershey.
Hershey?
Like Hershey still comes around every once in a while, and I go
Mm,
to her server every once in a while and say hi.
yeah,
But she doesn't come around as much. I don't go there as much. I still pop her a message every once in a while.
yeah,
But
me
like
too. Yeah,
when she first started coming around and she was like hanging out with us and all that, like
yeah,
she was so fun to talk to. Like very smart, very intellectual girl. Always had
mm,
something smart to say. And you know, it's just the way she's raised, I guess. She's pushed to do great things, and uh, talking to her recently, it kind of like I feel bad, and I feel like I should message her more
mm-hmm.
because of like all the crap she has to go through with her parents and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not very good at messaging or touchy feely things, so I tend
Mm.
to just avoid it.
Well, this is a advice that I got from Zero. You just tell them, hey, I hope everything's all well, going well. I know we don't talk a lot, but I hope you're doing all right. Just little heartfelt messages like that. It goes a long way for people. It goes a long way. Just a normal checkup, like, hey, I hope you're doing okay. Just that,
Yeah.
and that's what I've been doing a lot too now. So
Yeah, there's like a small list of people that every once in a while I pop a message that I don't really talk to very often. I'm like, hey, how's she going? What's new? Like,
mm-hmm.
what have you been up to? Just to, stay in touch. You know, to be polite. Just in case the odd chance that maybe someday they're lonely at
Mm-hmm.
night
Mm-hmm.
and it's cold
Mm-hmm.
and they need somebody.
We're still talking about Hershey or someone else, right?
Oh, we're just talking about people in general,
Okay.
right there. So if you
But
get
yeah,
messages from me on the regular, it's ulterior motives.
okay, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I Hershey's a great kid. She really is. She's super smart, like you said. She articulates herself so well. She's like smooth brain, someone who actually acts her age compared to like other kids that we have to deal with. So shout out to Hershey
She's
for being a thug.
she's gonna do
Mm.
some crazy shit when she's older.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see
If it's like create
how
the
her
next
life goes.
Anthrax or something like that, because like she could probably do it.
Yeah, I miss a lot of the hangouts with Hershey on VRChat too. Me and her would have a good conversation, and like she would like just pretty much laugh at any joke. It's kind of like pretty easy to make her laugh. hmm Hershey is a one of a
Yeah.
kind, and I'm glad that out of like 100 billion people we've met Hershey. You know, same thing with the rest of our group.
Yeah.
Any other VR chat group could have had these guys or been, you know, in their servers, but they're with us, and that's a fucking blessing.
Someday we'll own the whole world. Everyone will be a part of the legends. Bless up.
Mm. We'll all be legends, and even if we go away, legends will never die, because legends never die.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like you don't know.
Well, you just like it just makes me think of that fucking League of Legends song.
Oh, I don't care. Oh, I'm not referencing the League of Legends song. When I think say Legends Never Die, I think of the
Oh,
Juice World
I
album.
know, but that's all I think about is the League of Legends
hmm
song.
Okay. Yeah, I
The
know.
very
I mean,
shitty League of Legends
it's
song.
actually out of all of them, I actually like that one the most. Weirdly, I think it's lit.
Hmm.
Do you have a favorite League of Legends song? If it's not Legends Never Die,
Uh, KDA's. What's
is
it
it the
called?
same KDA that you can
It's
play on
like
Beat Saber for free? Is it that song?
uh, that one is Popstar, and
Mm-hmm.
that one's good. I really enjoy that one. But their latest song that they put out, that didn't actually get like an official music video or anything. They just kind of put it out with like a concept video because they never finished it. That one I really enjoy. It's pretty
Okay.
good.
Hmm. What else can I ask you? I mean, what's your music taste? What do you listen to nowadays? What's been your favorite since childhood, high school, that just kept you, you know, coming back to that artist or songs?
So when I was younger, I listened to a lot of country and rock. Country with my mom, country and pop with my mom, I guess, and then rock with my dad. And then as I grew up, I'm just like, fuck society, like rebel. And I started listening to like a lot of things like Hollywood Undead,
Mm-hmm.
um, like just like other like angsty punk rock, just like anything like that, really. And then I kind of slowly transitioned in high school into electronic music. I found out about Skrillex. Really was just like, I'm like, bangarang! I'm like, this shit's
Bangarang.
banging!
Scary
And,
monsters and sprites.
and yeah, just like I fell in love with Skrillex's music. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, I've never heard anything like this before. This stuff's amazing. I'm just like, I wonder how he does it. So I started getting like all of his music, and then I found when I went to like late high school, like grade 11, grade 12, I found out about like all the different genres of electronic music, like house, tropical, like EDM, dubstep, drum and bass, trap, and like I just was like, fuck, I was discovering all this new shit. So then I kind of went on like a binge for 2 or 3 years of like all electronic music basically. And then near the end of that binge, I found classical music, you know, Beethoven, Bach, Chopin, things like that. Really into like classical music for a while. And now I pretty much listen to all of that. Like I'll listen to like certain things at certain times of my life if I'm feeling one way or the other. But for the most part, it's just like put the playlist on shuffle of all my liked music on Spotify and just go. I don't listen to like heavy metal or like screamo.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to some screamo every once in a while on like YouTube when buddies recommend it to me, but like I don't go out of my way to listen to it because it's just like the fuck are you saying? Like just speak, enunciate. It just I don't get it. But yeah, that's my music taste. Like everything for the most
Yeah.
part.
I'd say for like me, growing up, I would always listen to whatever my dad would play. So it was like, but he had a pretty good wide variety of music. So I remember a lot of old school hip hop. You know, the beginnings of like Tupac, Biggie, Jay Z, Snoop. Wait, I always said Snoop Dogg. But you know what I'm talking about, like those kind of the West Coast I was a big listener with my dad on West Coast rap, and he also played a lot of country too from George Strait, because that's the king of Texas. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then moving forward to like the 2000s, we would like listen to like a lot of the newer 2000s hip hops, because I know you and Chicky both know we love listening to that. The Nellies, the T Pains, the Lil
Oh
Waynes,
yeah.
the Eminems, the Kanyes, the all that. So the Soldier
Hell
Boys,
yeah.
exactly the bops that we would listen to and play. So I would like that was like my favorite rave, just the 2000s hip hop era. Going into like
Mhm.
both high school, I would listen to more of the 2010s, newer generation of hip hop rappers, but it wasn't like the traditional party anthem or big booty bitches, nice whips and shit. I would listen to a lot of Drake. I would listen to a lot of Kendrick, J. Cole, Big Sean, Kid Cudi, who's like one of my top fives of all time.
Mhm.
Um, then yeah, I also remember the first time I started listening to Skrillex. That was the first time I got into like dubstep or any kind of electronic music at all. And then fast forward, to like right now, hanging out with Zero and Nate, they put me on Porter Robinson music, and now that he's like my favorite, electronic music guy of all time now. I place him
Oh yeah.
above. I place him above Skrillex. Yeah, but even in middle school too, there was also like an emo phase I went through, and I would listen to a lot of emo punk rock bands. Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. I even listened to Disturbed. I don't know if that makes me emo, but like,
No.
no, that's not emo one, but like, I guess just things similar to like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. I'm like blanking out a lot of the bands, but yeah, it was
My
like
Chemical Romance.
yeah,
Would
something
you?
like that. Yeah, yeah, My Chemical Romance. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, nowadays it's like a lot of emo, sad hip hop. Not because I feel that way, but it's just a pretty relatable, thing to like listen to and just sing along to a lot. Because
Yeah.
that ended up being when I posted my Spotify my results for my Wrapped 2021, emo rap ended up being like the number one genre. And then like my top
Mhm.
five were like The Weeknd, Kid Cudi, J. Cole, Kanye. Uh, the other one was Juice World. And then I had at least one Kid Cudi song that made it on the list of out of the top five artists, which is kind of weird to me how that works out. Like these are the top five artists, but only one of them made the list, and everything else was like emo, emo rap songs
Yeah.
from like just underground kids that you can just find on like a SoundCloud page or something.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much like the evolution of like my genre. But still, we go into like radio bot, like I'll still play, some Nelly, some T Pain again, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Play some old school
You
Chris
gotta throw
Brown, yeah.
back.
Lean back, yeah. But yeah, that's
You
just
keep
a
talking
little
about Kid
insight.
Cudi now. I really want to listen to like Pursuit of Happiness.
Like one of my newest favorite songs that came out was Dolo Part 3, and that was on his newer album that he recently released last year in
Mhm.
December. That shit's a vibe. It's a really good fucking real song. I recommend that one.
Yeah, I think you told me about his new album like when it came out,
I was like, dude,
and
new
I went
Cuddy
to
coming
listen to
out.
it.
I like it. I like it from beginning to end.
I don't really remember 100%, but if I remember correctly, I think I only really liked like two songs out of that album. Like everything else, I was kind of just like, I'm like, I could take it or leave it.
Mhm. Do you like Man on the Moon, like the first album as a whole, or just the singles that we all know and love?
Uh, I'd say I enjoyed pretty much all of his. I don't know if it would be right to say early work, but just like most of his stuff from like when I was growing up. I don't know if it's because I'm looking
Our
with
high
like
school.
rose-tinted nostalgia glasses. Yeah, I don't
Same,
know if it's just
same.
because like I grew up with it, so I like it a lot more. But if it's like nostalgia, the reasons why I like it, because like now maybe like his music still kind of stayed the same, but now his new songs I don't like, so it's just like I'm not 100% sure, but I did like a lot of his
Mhm.
stuff from like his first album.
Do you have any
Singles, all the singles are.
do you have any favorite album, or you just record? Any
No, not
any
really.
albums that you
Honestly, I
thought were
have
perfect that you just like would like put on a shrine, hang it on a wall, be like this album right here.
uh, I have problems remembering the names of songs. So remembering an album name is like
Mm,
impossible for me. Like,
okay.
so I couldn't even tell you.
I know my favorite one's like my newest one is like After Hours by The Weeknd because I'm a number one Weeknd stan. I'll put After Hours. I would
Yeah.
put Man on the Moon, the first one. I'll put Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, and I'll put Graduation by Kanye West. So those are just a couple of examples of just beginning to end. These are great ass albums.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I guess if I had to pick one album that I know, it would be an album that I listened to recently. It came out recently. Area 21's
Oh,
number one greatest hits.
oh, it's like is that an actual album or is that just all the singles from their career?
That's their first album, first studio album.
And
It
it was
has
actually
all
that
the
name?
singles that they
Okay,
released.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like a compilation.
Plus
It's like a yeah.
plus a bunch of like other unreleased stuff that they didn't release.
Okay, that's pretty cool here.
Yeah,
I do
it's
like
pretty
Area
good.
21.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job. I was watching like the like little interview they had sit down where they were talking about like how they got started and all that and their like ideas behind the aliens and like what kind of brought them to make the music about with like the messages that it has about, you know, people being disconnected from society and that they want people to kind of see the world has changed, but maybe not for the better in like certain circumstances. Like the aliens come down and the aliens are seeing this for the first time, people who are glued to their phone, who are hurting themselves and their planet and this and that and this and that. So like there's like a lot of messages that I didn't even realize or even really think much about until I saw their interview where they kind of explained that was like their thought process for making a lot of their music.
Hmm. I really like the fact that Kid Cudi was probably like the first biggest like artist to like actually rap or talk about the subject of just mental health and depression and suicidal stuff. Because a lot of people never talked about
Yeah.
that before. So I could like back then, even with the newer ones like XXXTentacion, Juice World, Lil Peep, even though they kind of like talk about those kind of subjects, about emotions, mental, feeling lonely, all that. Like I just vibed with it because even though I couldn't relate to it back then, but like as I got older, fast forward, still listening to them, like okay, now I can relate to them because now I'm going through this. So it's I really enjoy listening to that. That there's someone that's just feels the same way as I do, and if
Yeah.
I can articulate or actually express my feelings through text or words, there is a song out there that can do it a lot better and justice. And I can just play you one of their songs and be like,
Mhm.
"That's how I am. That's how I'm feeling."
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I like talking about music, dude. Fucking love music and sharing it on Legends Radio with y'all.
Yeah. Music's a great medium for people, especially people who have, you know, problems like with like not knowing how to either articulate or not knowing the right words to pick or not knowing how to express themselves or like for any number of reasons. Like music is like the perfect medium in my mind. It allows for so much communication in like such a small window.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just pulling like a limerick or I guess not a limerick, like a lyric out of a song, you can just be like, bam,
Mm-hmm.
that right there, that like speaks to me personally or speaks to whatever situation.
Yeah, same. 100% agree with that. Oh, I just remembered, like, I know I asked you who you missed in Legends, but I never got to answer that, so I miss Cully J. I wish he would have stuck around longer to see, how the server grew and how good, things have been. I wish he was there to see, all the events at Club J. I wish he was there to see the Club J merch, all the newer, mods, admins, just new funner regulars that we picked up on VRChat, I wish you would have seen how wonderful, we've helped make this friend group server.
Well, he does play New World a lot. He's
Mm.
around. Sure, we could get him to come by. But
Mm.
honestly, I don't know. I don't know what Cuddly would think. I feel like he would enjoy parts of it, but I feel like Cuddly was a very reserved person for the most part, right? At least to me, he seemed
Mm.
that way when we hung out. So I
Mm.
don't know how he would feel coming into the server with like just being like constantly popping and autism here and some racism
Well,
there,
I don't think he's
just
like a
like
stranger to that, cause this man, we did find him in VRChat, and he.
yeah,
Um,
that's
he's
true.
he's used to it. He's like, this is like fine with him. Like, I've seen worser, situations than what's happened, as of recent months from like the June 2020 Legends era. But he still, was there hanging out, having fun, doing his voices.
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
positive.
doing his old man voice and
Hmm.
yeah,
His mob voices too. But yeah, he was a fun guy to like, just show up, and like as soon as he's there, he's just, people are just like, yay, it's Cully J, you know.
yeah. He was a good romp.
Hmm.
Go around world hop with him was always a good time.
Yeah, and in VC, he would, lighten up the mood, or just like bring, life back if it felt like the chat was just, quiet or dead. Even in a voice call, he would like just make it not quiet or awkward no more. Just, it's alive. He was like the life of the party.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, I do miss him, and I wish he would still be with us, hanging out. But he's balancing, his girlfriend, his relationship life with his newer work life, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But
Someday we might have to deal with that too.
I'm pretty sure I will have a good handle on
God,
it,
please
though. I
no.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like I could balance, that. I wouldn't be like step away from the PC forever for a woman, because there's gonna be times I'm gonna like just
No,
be
yeah.
here, and like I have y'all.
If my girl asked me to be just like, you spend too much time on your computer, you need to stop doing that or we're done, I'll be like, alright, get the hell out then. Like, I don't go.
Fuck yeah, dude. I guess in another segment I
Oh yeah, I
could
don't think I
like
could give it up.
go into how do you feel about e-dating?
Uh I think it serves a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine I don't know, that sounds weird. I'd be fine dating someone over the internet. E-dating just sounds so weird. I can't say that. Um
That's how it is. It's just a long distance. All you have is just a monitor, and that's it. You can text on Discord.
yeah,
You
and
can
like
like
people do
cuddle in
long distance
VRChat,
relationships.
but that's it. Unless
Yeah.
there's a meetup planning,
The human touch isn't there.
Exactly.
And like
Yeah.
that sucks. I wouldn't do a full relationship online. If someone wanted to become serious with me and I want to become serious with them, I would be all right, cool, if you want, we can do like the whole online thing, and then once we meet up and we decide that we do like each other and we've had like a chance to, test the water together, and see how we interact and see how we like each other in person, then we can be like, all right, this is a real relationship now. We're together. We're gonna make this work. And then if like that means us spending like a bunch of time online together because we can't be next to each other for however long, then
Mm.
let it be that. But I'd be up to the option of online dating if the right person came along. If someone's just like, hey, I really really like you, and I'll be like, okay, cool, I like you as well. Are you fine with just like not being official until we actually meet in person? When's that going to be? I don't know, maybe a year from now, maybe like 2 months from now. It's just like, it all depends. And if they're not, then I'll be like, all right, maybe later.
At one point, when you keep continuing, that, when do you settle down? Like, who moves with who?
Well, I guess it all depends. Like with
Like, how does that
my
work? How do people
job,
make that work? I know some, but not everyone can be some, and that some is like a tiny
yeah,
number.
yeah. Like with my job, it's difficult. I can't really I can't like I can take time off and like go spend time with the person and things like that, but it's like it's not a long-term solution. If the person was able to come to me, I think that'd be better for me, obviously. But would it work? Maybe, maybe not. If I was to go to them and move to wherever they were, I would probably have to quit my job, and that would be shitty because I have a
Mm,
pretty Gucci job right now.
yeah. Would it be more easier if
So
like
like I
you
guess it all depends.
would it be more easier if like say like doesn't matter if it's on VRChat or just a random Discord server that you just so happen to bump into each other and just talk on the internet and y'all find out y'all live in closer towns together? Will that be a lot more
Oh
ideal?
yeah,
Yeah,
if
hundred
we're like
percent.
if
Because
we're
that's my
like
ideal too.
we're like a town away from each other. Yeah,
Or
if
even in
we're
the
like a
same town.
town or two away from each other, there's no way they're gonna be in the same town as me. You live in Austin. There's a possibility.
Oh no, I've met
I don't
someone.
live
I
in
met a
Austin.
girl.
There's not a
I've
possibility.
met a girl in Austin. Well, not in Austin, but they live in Austin. But I never met
Yeah.
them yet. They're like this big
Yeah.
streamer.
See.
They're like this huge streamer. They go by the name of Pink Trilobite. They have a fucking huge ass following, and they're part
Mm.
of the Gator whatever the fuck it is on VR chat. That
Golden
Josh Dub,
Gator.
yeah, Golden Gator. That Josh is it Josh Dub that does that shit?
Raffle Gator.
Oh, Waffle Gator. Okay, but yeah, she's part of that, and met her at a random Void Club, and she also what was funny, she
Mm.
also went to like the same high school as me, but she's like a grade higher above me, but then she moved in her senior year to like another high school that I pretty know well about. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
once we kind of like found out, I was like, we kind of like went to the same school and shit. But she kind of was like super nervous and scared to like be like, you want to hang out sometime, with my other friends. I'm like, sure. I mean, we can still hang out in VR chat for a little bit just to hang out first before we do any kind of real meetup and stuff. But that was like the only time I ever talked to her or saw her because I did not know she was like this busy, famous person on the internet. That if you were to try to request off her, she
Yeah.
probably would ignore you. But yeah, she was very nervous to even ask the idea of like, she wanted to go to like this bar that we have famous downtown called I think it was Ninja something Ninja or something karate or kickboxing fucking forgot already. It's pretty much like an arcade bar. It's an arcade bar that she
Yeah.
suggested. But yeah, that was like the only time I ever met a woman that was same close to my age and shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. It was nothing, but I didn't mind at all. It's cool that I met, I guess a semi-famous, big deal person, if that's what they want to see themselves
Yeah.
as. But that was it.
Yeah. I've met one person,
And I saw her pictures too on Twitter.
not
She's
through VR
beautiful,
chat or anything.
but I never recognized this
Yeah.
chick in high school when walking through the halls, which is weird.
Yeah. People change a lot from high school on.
Mm-hmm.
Still got a lot of growing and shit to do.
Kung Fu
Oh
Saloon.
well.
I just remembered it was called
Maybe
Kung
a
Fu
little
Saloon.
Kung Fu Saloon.
Yeah, it's a
Eh,
it's a arcade
sounds like
bar.
an interesting name.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe one day you'll request off her, or she'll request off you, and then you'll have a lovely chat, and she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I had a lovely evening tonight," and you'll be like, "Oh, my like your evening was enchanting." She's just like, "You made my evening delightful. Like you were amazing. You're so bright and talented and smart." And she'll be like, "Oh my word, Jay, stop, please." And then you'll be like, about that hoedown saloon thing. You me, my lady, and then she'll be like, "Yes, my word, Mr. Beauregard, I do declare." And then you'll go out. You'll be wonderful.
Only in my dreams.
Yeah. Well, you got to have some sort of dreams.
My dream is to meet up with all y'all in Legends here. That is my number one dream. If I picked another one, it would be become a millionaire or billionaire and just retire everyone in my family, friends, and you guys. Probably buy like a huge ass mansion and just have y'all move in. But the catch is you got to pay for your own food.
Pay for your own food.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm being a hooker.
Those are my only dreams I have. One of them is coming true.
Yeah. Man, what I would give to win the lottery. That'd be so nice.
Yeah, first things first, we're retiring people because I'm not going to keep all that. That's a lot of money. Even too much for me.
I would say pay off all my debts. Pay off my parents' debts, make sure that they have enough to retire and can do whatever the hell they want and stuff and live happily. Pay off my brother, my sister, make sure that they can live happily too. Take half of the remaining money, give it to like a smart person and be like, make me money and then let them just run with that. And then the rest I would just, spend on whatever the fuck I want, whenever the hell I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, the rest of that money that I gave to that smart person is going to come back to me with profit.
Oh.
And then and it's money.
Do you like ladies, Tut?
Hey, did you hear that the e-girls want to change their name to I-ladies?
They're kind of retarded if they want to do that.
Yeah, guess so.
I think that might be it, bro.
Alrighty.
That might be a good one, I think. Unless there's still anything else for me. If not, then you want to do any kind of last words why people should care about KingTutt or care about Legends.
You don't need to care about me. I'll survive. If you want to make me happy, don't kill me. Don't kill yourselves. That's about it. And you should join Legends. Legends is good. Good family, good friends. You won't have a bad time. You might not have a great time. It's good. You can take that as a guarantee.
Hell yeah.
Good?
That's good.
Did I sell it?
I mean, yeah, you did
I
great.
sold it.
I mean, speaking of which, would you still do the Legends meetup? If Nate can go out of Canada and fly to us,
Yeah.
I think you can too.
Well, it depends on if my work lets me. If work lets me, then yeah.
July.
I already asked them. They told me, you're asking way too early. Ask us closer too.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, unless it's like a month or two before, don't ask us.
Do you have any saved PTO, or how's that work for your job?
Haven't even saved what? What?
PTO, personal time off?
Oh yeah, I get 20 days a year.
And does that like refresh every beginning of a new year?
Every April.
Oh, perfect. Save it.
Yeah.
Then you should be good. You should be fine. You should be solid.
Yep.
Shit. Don't make us worry.
Well, no.
Because we'll miss you. We'll miss you.
If they let me go, like I can have the days, and then they can just be like, no, and then I'll be like, why? And they'll be like, fuck you. And I'll be like, okay, cool. Plus, right now with the new variant, they're just like, if variant, like, because I was asking my supervisor, and they're just like, if more variants keep coming out, they're like, we might not let you go because it's a health risk to you, and if like you go, then you're off for like 2 weeks, and if you get it, then we gotta like the medical and blah 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 blah, and they're just like, So if the world like cleans its act up in the next like 4 months and everything looks good, then I should be good.
Hopefully, man, because we would miss you if you miss out.
I'll send a robot in my stead if I can't go, and it's gonna be like that one that they use in Big Bang Theory. It's gonna be like an iPad with like a Roomba.
Just be sick. Just say you're sick. That's not gonna work, is
I
it?
think that will work.
How's that?
No, I need a doctor's note from the medics on base.
Why does your job so strict and suck ass?
Welcome to the military.
No.
It is what it is. I get paid good. I get lots of vacation time. You know, it's just if they let me use it or not.
I mean, what's the
is
point
another
of them
thing.
giving you vacation if they're just gonna say, no, I don't care if you have it? What's the fucking point? That's horseshit.
Well, normally they'll say yes. It's just if
But
if something comes up at work and like they need people, or the other reason right now is because of COVID, which is like the only really reason that they would ever really tell me no.
Make it work.
I will try.
Make the time, like I would make the time for you.
What do you mean? You don't think I'm gonna try?
Did you sign up
What do you mean sign up?
for the meetup?
No, because
You want to talk about trying? You want to tell me about trying?
thing,
Did you try?
the bottom of the thing said like for like the sign up is just like something blah 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 signing up like is like basically blah 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 guaranteeing spot blah 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 blah. And then afterwards I like had like talked to Chicky about it and I was like, well, like that might like stop some people if like they can't plan that far ahead. So like once like we know the amount of people, we're going to look at places, and then it's going to be okay, this is the place, this is how much it's going to cost, are you in or you out, this is like your final time to like go. And at that point, that's going to be like my last chance to back out, where like I'm going to go to work again and be like, hey, you know, like I gotta put my stuff in, so let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll miss you, King Papa.
I'll be there. Alright, you're making it sound like I'm not gonna fucking be alive by the time it rolls around.
Who knows? Who knows what can happen to any of us from that
Yeah, I might
from
off
now.
myself.
But yeah, thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking the time to hang out, talk, and just be a legend.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me and be here with me and be.
Just be.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and scene.
And
you
scene.
piece of fucking shit! I'll fucking end you.
What? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What?
Can't take this shit anymore, man. You fucking piece of shit. You know, this is bullshit. Where's my orange juice? I asked for red M&Ms only.